Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on the first official pictures we have from Mcfarlane Toys for the next series of Walking Dead action figures that should hit February 2016, roughly. This is Television Series 9. So first we have Emily Kinney as Beth, which is a really strange release because I never thought we would get Beth as a character from The Walking Dead. Especially if you look back to like season 2 when she was first kind of in there. We had no idea if she was going to survive, she was going to get killed off randomly at any point. If you guys watch my predictions way back then, I think I did say that I thought she was going to get killed off many different times until she actually did, at which point I actually thought she might not. It kind of threw me through a loop. But yeah, she won a fan vote poll, so you can't fault them for making it. You can't fault Mcfarlane Toys for going and making the figure for everybody, because this is what fans wanted. There was a fan vote poll, and she won by a landslide, I believe. I forget the exact numbers, but she won by a lot of votes. So that said, it's cool that we're going to be getting a figure of her. If we don't get a figure now, we probably will never get one. And it adds to the diversity of the line. You're getting a lot of the different survivors now, even to the point where they're going back and doing a Daryl, which is cool, and some different characters like that. Still hoping one day for a Lori. I think if you're going to make a Beth, you should probably make a Lori, since she is an important character to have in the series. And I like it whenever they're making new characters versus just redoing variants. We'll talk a bit about that when we get later on in this video. But I think it's a better release to do one like this, where it's a totally unique individual character. Probably the only release we'll ever get of the character, and it's not some kind of just random variant. So next, I'm probably even more happy with this release, which is that they're going to be doing a TDog figure, which is awesome. I never thought they would make one of TDog either. Another character that hasn't been in the series forever. I mean, it's like season 3, episode 4 was his final episode. And ever since then, it's like they never, it's like he was never there to begin with. Man, I sure wish the way he used to stand around in the background. But as someone pointed out very cleverly, he saved Carol, remember, by sacrificing himself. And Carol saved the entire group at Terminus. So, therefore, TDog saved the entire group. He is our unsung, unmentioned hero of the series, which is cool that they're finally making an action figure of him, because, when he was in the series, the line was just getting started. So, you're getting mostly main character releases and zombies. You weren't getting many of these other survivors. But, still hoping for a Lori. We'll see if we ever get one. I think at this point, eventually I think we will get at least one, which will be cool. And again, just like with the Beth, figure, at least he's not some random variant. It's really cool to get T-Dog, and I will definitely be buying the T-Dog figure for sure. And I like the way they've kind of reduced the amount of zombies they were doing, because earlier on they were doing tons of zombies. But that said, they're still cool to get. So this one is a Waterwalker. I don't know. I don't know. Which one is this one supposed to be? Is this the one that got Bob? I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, but I guess he looks okay anyway. If you're building a Walker army, a zombie herd, then it would be a decent one to add to your collection, I suppose. And finally, the last two, we've got Michonne in her Constable outfit, which would be her season 5. Now that we're at Alexandria type getup or outfit. I don't know what to say about this one. I guess it's cool. It's cool. But we don't know how long she's going to be wearing that for. And it's not her iconic look, I wouldn't say. It's a cool new look, which is fine and kind of updated, which was why I would say they probably are doing it. I think that the head sculpt on this one does look good. It might look better when it's finished than the previous versions. I do like the pants. They're kind of, I don't know, it just kind of looks kind of stylish. It's kind of cool. It's decent. But again, like I said before, I'd prefer to get a brand new Survivor versus just a variant of something that we really already have. Speaking of variants, they're doing another Daryl. Of course, they're going to do it to death. There's going to be like a million Daryls for sure. There's no question about it. They're going to do it. This one is a Gravedigger version 2, so he comes with like a grave and the gloves and the balaclava and the shovel. So it's cool, I guess. Daryl's a huge character, obviously, so they're going to make as many of them as they can, pretty much. And they know people will buy them. I've got the one with the bike, and I had the earlier release one of him when he was younger in the series. And I'm good with those two. I'm not too big on buying variants. Like if you have a couple of them, I don't really see the point of continuing to just buy more and more and more and more and more. But hey, you know, they're big characters, and obviously it works. People buy them, so that's why they continue to produce them. Plus, if you missed out on Daryl, then that makes sense there why you would want to buy one when you get the chance, right? Even if it's this variant version, which may or may not include the crossbow, I'm not sure at this point. So like I said, these are going to be released probably in February, which usually means March by the time they get around to most places. Pretty decent series, pretty decent wave as a whole. Really like the TDog and Beth releases because, like I said, new characters. The rest are, they're passable for me, I would say, but definitely the TDog I'll be getting. The Beth I'm going to have to think about. I think she might go good with the Daryl as like a sidekick. But then again, it reminds me of Still, so maybe not a good thing. Write your comments below on what you guys think of this series. Of course, there'll be new figures hitting next month, too. Awesome series of all kinds of stuff. We've talked about Dale and the rest. It's going to be sweet. I can't wait, and I'll review those. Write your comments below. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share, please favorite. And if you're new, if you like zombies, you're going to want to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace.